Welcome back. The Health Ministry in the Democratic Republic of Congo has suspended all outreach work in the northeastern city of Beni due to insecurity in the area. The Ebola prevention activities have been suspended after a deadly rebel attack. Treatment centers will stay open, but vaccinations and the tracing of people who have been in contact with suspected Ebola patients have stopped for now. Over the weekend, at least 18 people were killed in an attack by armed rebels, including 14 civilians. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is launching its second annual Goalkeepers Data Report. The report is aimed at pointing out some of the challenges inhibiting poverty eradication globally and finding solutions to these challenges. Our correspondent, Nwaghodo, is in New York, and she'll be bringing us up to speed on the activities lined up for this event. Hello, Anne. Glad you could join us.
Good to see you. Thank you very much.
Can you...
All right, go ahead.
Okay, can you tell us what this event is all about?
Okay, now back in 2015, the United Nations actually agreed to 17 Sustainable Development Goals. It's called the SDGs. Now, with the aim of achieving all these goals by 2030. But the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has done tremendously well. They spent over $15 billion just to help Africa get out of poverty and the world achieve this aim before 2030. The Goalkeepers is actually a campaign of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation just to help keep track of these goals, the achievements so far, how far it has gone, some of the challenges still being faced, and how to ensure that this is achieved come 2030. But it's all about analyzing the achievements already, basically, and what is left to do before 2030.
How exactly does this affect Africa, especially Nigeria?
All right, it affects Africa because the report on the poorest countries around the world, eventually by 2050, there will be 2 countries living with the poorest people. Nigeria is one of it. The Democratic Republic of Congo is the second. So it affects Africa and it affects Nigeria especially. So there are 2 basic things that are to be concentrated on this 2018 edition. It will be human capital and health. When they're talking about human capital, it's not infrastructure. It's about the basic skills, helping young people learn the basic skills, because they say the younger ones are the innovators. They're the ones who will determine the future. So this is basically to just bring to the fore the need to educate the younger generation and also empower them. So we'll be talking about health also, where population growth comes in, the treatment of malaria, treatment of diarrhea, making sure that African children have the best of life. That's where the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will be coming in. And that's the basic, the focus of this year's edition of the program. It will be health and education, which is the human capital aspect.
Okay, so by 2030, it's expected that the Sustainable Development Goals will be achieved. How ready is Africa?
All right, so already Africa has achieved about a quarter of those goals concerning taking care or eradicating poverty. Africa has achieved about a quarter. The quarter is still very little when you compare it to the time we have before 2030. So the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will be coming in to help see how much they can achieve before then. In terms of when it comes to health, they can empower women, help women know that there's a way you can manage the amount of kids to have so that you can take care of every child. Gender inequality is also coming into it, how to empower women to know their rights and take over, especially in a country like Nigeria, where we have most men taking over the political space. It will also help empower women to know that they can do what they want to achieve if only they are serious about it. So basically, that's what the event is about.
Thank you for joining us on the program, Anne, and see you back soon.
Thank you very much, Annie.
In Liberia, the hashtag Bring Back Our Money has become a rallying cry on social media as the authorities continue their investigations into the whereabouts of over $100 million. Two musicians are lending their voice by putting a beat to the missing money scandal, recording their song titled Bring Back Our Container.
The lyrics to this song echoes across Liberia. Bring Our Container Back was recorded by artists Panto and Afo Fodo after the disappearance of freshly minted currency shipments ordered by Liberia's central bank from printers overseas. The disappearance sparked outrage across the West African country, with politicians and civil society calling for more transparency around the case.
This song going to be like, it's already, I'm not saying it's going to be, because it's already the voice of the people now. Everybody behind this song, they just using this song as like nobody talking too much again. Everybody just sending this song to their families, members out here, maybe people that you send it to your friend on the other side. You know, you spreading the message. So I think, yeah, they're sending it, even though the people that are friendly with people who work in the government is sending the message across. So this is the voice of the people now.
Charles Salif, son of former President Ellen Johnson Salif and former Central Bank Governor Milton Weeks, are among 15 people barred from leaving the country while the investigation is underway. The musician's new song is performed in the popular hip-hop, a street-styled genre in which local dialect is carried by a mix of West African beats and American hip-hop sound.
A lot of children not going to school, not because some other people children going to school. They feel everything now okay. I want to talk for the people. I love the people, even though I don't have what it takes to help everybody, but I do name my way, and that's how I'm speaking, and that's the thing I'm doing right now.
The missing $104 million is equivalent to nearly 5% of Liberia's GDP. President George Weah, who took office in January after campaigning for economic reform in one of the world's poorest countries, is yet to comment on the missing money. The U.S. government has said it is considering helping Liberia track down the missing money.
I hope they find their money. Thanks for watching. I'm Teniola Shoboale.